Hi, everybody. This is Greg from Greg's Corner. I hope everybody's doing well and fine. First of all, I just want to say happy Halloween. I hope it's a safe one for everybody out there. I'm going to be doing another video on Greg's Corner regarding how Halloween is celebrated throughout the world. Have you ever wondered what people do around the world on Halloween? Do they wear costumes? Do the children go out and trick or treat? Do they celebrate? Do they put decorations? Do they carve pumpkins, parades, any of that? Well, just you and I, we're going to find that out in this video. So stay tuned and we're going to learn how other countries deal and how they celebrate Halloween. And also, I'm going to be talking a little bit about some haunted areas throughout these countries where anybody can visit. So stay tuned.
In this video, I will focus on today's Halloween traditions and some haunted locations where you can visit in the following countries: Australia, Canada, China, Dominican Republic, Egypt, England, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Pakistan, Philippines, Poland, Romania, Russia, St. Helena Island, Scotland, Serbia, Singapore, Spain, Sweden, and Switzerland. In Australia, Halloween is known as Hallows Eve, the night before All Saints' Day. Halloween was originated from the Celtic culture in the British Isles, with All Hallows Eve being linked to the festival of Samhain or Summer's End. Today, many children wear costumes and go trick-or-treating. In order to have trick-or-treaters, residents will put an orange balloon outside their door rather than putting on porch lights. A haunted location is in Port Arthur, Australia. It has been said 1,000 people have died at this location, and people say their souls have never left the building. Numerous ghost sightings have been reported at this location. In Canada, children visit shops and neighbors to be rewarded with nuts and candies for their rhymes and songs. Halloween is known for charitable contributions. Canadians are known for watching horror movies on Halloween night. Also, Quebec offers tours of parts of the old city and historical cemeteries. British Columbia sets off fireworks. Another haunted location, Casa Loma, Toronto, Canada. It's a 1914 Gothic Revival castle. Tales of ghosts have roamed throughout the castle for decades. In China, Halloween is known as All Saints Festival, All Saints Eve, or Eve of All Saints Day. During the Halloween holiday, the Chinese Christian churches hold religious beliefs. Costume parties are popular for the young adults. Hong Kong Disneyland hosts their annual Halloween celebrations and shows. The children in Hong Kong do not go trick-or-treating due to the high-rise apartments. However, the managements of the apartment buildings can arrange Halloween parties and have limited trick-or-treating activities. In Lao Kan Fong, Hong Kong, there's a Halloween celebration with a parade. In the Dominican Republic, children in Santiago and Santo Domingo go trick-or-treating. In the smaller villages throughout the Dominican Republic, Halloween is not celebrated due to religious opposition. Sosa and Punta Cana have Halloween celebrations pretty much for the adults. In Egypt, you will find costume parties. Children trick or treat, do face paintings, and make horror faces and pumpkins out of paper. In England, Halloween is pretty much celebrated just like the United States. Children go out and trick or treat, shops are decorated, and children and adults attend the costume parties. Bombing for apples is one of the traditional games. Also, making toffee apples or apple tarts may be baked with a coin inside. Halloween stories are told to the children. Carving faces out of vegetables such as swedes and turnips is common. Another haunted location, Random Hall, Norfolk, England, rumored has it a ghost known Brown Lady is roaming throughout the house. She is known as the Brown Lady due to the brown dress she wears. She is the ghost of Lady Dorothy Walpole, 1686 through 1726, sister of Robert Walpole, first Prime Minister of Great Britain. In Germany, the children go trick-or-treating like we do here in the United States. This actually started back in the 1990s. Up to the 1990s and still to this day, the children go door to door with a lantern and sing songs for baked goods and sweets. Also, the Germans to this day keep the tradition where they put all knives away for the fear of the spirits hurting them. Pumpkin festivals are common throughout the country. Another haunted location, Burg Wolfsegg, Wolfsegg, Germany, is an 800-year-old castle haunted by a woman known as Clara von Helfenstein, murdered by her husband who scares off visitors. Since the early 1990s in Greece, Halloween was not really celebrated. Now Halloween is the fourth profitable festival in the country. Halloween parties can be seen in bars, nightclubs, and theme parks. Halloween is not celebrated on the 31st unless the date falls on a weekend. Trick-or-treating does not occur. In Ireland, Halloween is known as Ochi Shamra or Samhain Night. Samhain is known for the month of November, which means the end of the harvest, shorter days, and the darker half of the year. It is the way the dead revisits the world by large communal bonfires. On Halloween night, adults and children dress up as ghosts, ghouls, zombies, witches, and goblins. They also have light bonfires and watch spectacular fireworks displays. The adults and children bob for apples and also enjoy a game where an apple is tied on a string attached to the ceiling and they have to catch it in their mouth. Houses are decorated with orange pumpkins or traditional turnips carved into scary faces. Barmbrack is the Halloween cake of Ireland, which is a fruit bread. In Israel, many secular and non-Orthodox Jews celebrate by dressing up in costume, attend parties, and go trick-or-treating. In the northern parts of Italy, you will find pumpkin carving, lighting candles inside homes, and begging for small gifts. In Veneto, carved pumpkins are called lumere, or known as lanterns or sushi di morte, or known as Dead's Pumpkins. In the 1990s, Halloween was popularized by the television programs and merchandising from the United States. Halloween is celebrated actually on November 1st. In Japan, you can find Halloween decorations and pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns on Halloween. Halloween events occur at the Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Universal Studios. In some areas of Japan, children do go trick-or-treating. Also, it is celebrated the streets by costume parties and costume contests. In Mexico, Halloween is celebrated by children wearing costumes and going trick-or-treating. When the children go trick-or-treating at each store, they shout, "We want Halloween." Toys and candy resemble skeletons, coffins, and personification of death. Candles, paper wreaths, and seasonal flowers are sold for the Day of the Dead celebration, which starts the evening of Halloween. In Pakistan, children go out and trick-or-treat. There are many costume parties that go on as well. In the Philippines, October 31st through November 2nd is a time for remembering deceased family members and friends. This is done by Filipinos traveling back to their hometowns for festive remembrance and visiting cemeteries to commemorate their loved ones. Children dress up in costumes and go trick-or-treating. They also exchange scary stories. In Poland, children pretty much go trick-or-treating in Warsaw or Krakow. The rest of the country, Halloween is not celebrated due to All Saints' Day. Since All Saints' Day is a sad day, many people refuse to celebrate Halloween. The ones that do celebrate Halloween, they get into the celebrations. However, trick-or-treating is not that popular. They do get into the pumpkin carving. In Romania, Halloween is celebrated around the myth of Dracula. Dracula's spirit is believed to live there because the town was the site of many witch trials. There's a Halloween party that takes place in Transylvania in Sigizhora, the citadel where the impaler, known as Dracula, was born. Both the Catholic and Orthodox churches discourage Halloween celebrations to focus more on the Day of the Dead on November 1st. Haunted location. The Hoia Bacia Forest, Cluj-Napoca in Romania. This forest is considered the most haunted in the world. Visitors have feelings of anxiety and the sense of being watched. Sightings include ghosts, unexplained apparitions, faces appearing in photographs not visible to the naked eye, and people have even seen UFOs. In parts of Russia, Halloween celebrations started in the 1990s after the downfall of the Soviet regime, when costumes and ghoulish parties spread throughout the nightclubs. The younger generation celebrate Halloween, but is not widely celebrated in civic society such as theaters or libraries. On St. Helena Island, Halloween is celebrated pretty much like the United States. They have ghosts, skeletons, devils, vampires, and witches in costumes. Imitation pumpkins are used instead of real pumpkins. They do have trick-or-treating, and adults also have Halloween parties. In Scotland, children go door to door and have to sing a song or tell a story in order to get sweets or money. Another tradition that still stands today is apple dunking. Another tradition that's still in use today is to carve an apple in one strip and toss the peel over one's shoulder. The peel is in the shape of the first letter of their future spouse's name. Another haunted location, Edinburgh Castle, Edinburgh, Scotland. Reports of music echoing through the halls, possibly from the ghost of a piper who died in the castle. In Serbia, many of the elementary schools throw special Halloween parties wearing costumes and masks. Bars and nightclubs host parties as well. In Singapore, Halloween is becoming more popular than ever before. Children do go out and trick or treat. There are numerous Halloween celebrations that take place all over the country. Singaporeans hang spooky decorations outside their homes. A big Halloween celebration takes place at the Universal Studios, Singapore. Halloween in Spain is celebrated during a 3-day celebration, starting out with Halloween, then All Saints' Day, and then concluding with the Day of the Death. On Halloween, they have Noche de Calabazas, which is known as the Night of the Pumpkins. Pumpkin carving, costume parties, ceremonies, and the children go out and trick or treat. In Sweden, children didn't start to go trick-or-treating until 2005. There are fancy dress parties, ghost parties, and lightning lanterns that take place. Also, most of the pubs and restaurants stage parties and decorate for the holiday. The day before Halloween, families visit churchyards to see their graves with lit candles and wreaths. And finally, our last haunted location is the old Vikarge Borgavanet, Sweden, a small village located in northern Sweden, having one of the most haunted houses in the country. Numerous ghost sightings, including a lady in gray, has been spotted. And in Switzerland, pretty much celebrates Halloween just like us here in the United States. The children go out and trick or treat. There are parties and celebrations, and they decorate with Halloween decorations and pumpkins. As you can see, most countries carry out the same traditions as the United States. Children and adults dressing up in costumes, attending celebrations, and go trick-or-treating. However, there are a few countries that don't celebrate Halloween due to All Saints' Day that occurs the next day on November 1st.